The Karnataka government has asked Ola, Uber, and Rapido to stop their auto rickshaw services in the state. Welcome to Backstage with Millionaires. I'm Caleb, your host, and the first question that crossed my mind when I heard this news was, why are they asking these companies to do this? And also, is it necessary? So the government has said that they've received numerous complaints recently against Ola, Uber, and Rapido for charging more than what they should be charging for these auto rides. And auto fares are actually set by the state. Passengers should be charged a base fare of 30 rupees when they travel under 2 kilometers and 15 rupees per kilometer after that. But these companies don't seem to be following these guidelines, and instead, it's been observed that they've been charging passengers a base fare of 100 rupees under 2 kilometers. Now, another reason why the Karnataka government has decided to take this action is that these companies don't actually have licenses to aggregate autos. They have licenses for operating taxis, but not three-wheelers. And so the government has used the term illegal to describe these services recently. In fact, the transport department themselves said that it is not legal to aggregate autos. Only cars can be aggregated, hence we sent them the notice. According to this notice, they've been asked to stop these services within 3 working days. But is this a good thing for the people of Bengaluru or not? Well, despite the fact that these companies are charging more money than they should be for auto rides, customers are still choosing to use their services. And this is because we have been habituated. This is a paradigm shift that these companies have created. And the convenience of having an auto come to you and take you safely to your destination just can't be replaced by anything else, at least not now. And the other thing too is that auto rickshaw drivers usually don't like to go by the meter here in Bengaluru. Other cities in India might not have this problem, but in Bengaluru, the price is usually set before the ride begins, and sometimes it can dynamically change halfway through the trip depending on traffic or weather or other variables. And people in Bengaluru have actually raised this concern, and you can see their tweets here. And thankfully, the state government is aware of these concerns as well. And so in order to solve this problem, Bengaluru's Auto Rickshaw Drivers Union is planning to launch their own app called Namayatri on November 1st. On this app, customers will only be charged as per the government's guidelines. But the news actually doesn't stop there. Rapido has actually made a statement saying that they refuse to stop their services and will continue to operate, as they believe that they aren't doing anything illegal. And even though Ola and Uber haven't actually made any public statements up until this point on this issue, they seem to be following the same path as Rapido as well, because they haven't stopped their services either. In response to this, Karnataka's transport minister said that the government authorities will actually begin to seize autos if they're found to be working with these ride-hailing apps. All right, next up in the news, Byjus is laying off employees again, and this time it's a lot of people. On Wednesday, the 12th of October, Byjus announced that they're going to be laying off 5% of their workforce. That's 2,500 employees in order to control their losses. Regarding these losses, Byjus released their financial statements for the financial year of 2021 about a month ago, and it's not looking good. Investors are panicking as the company recorded a net loss of almost 20x more than the previous financial year. And so Byjus has come to the conclusion that laying off employees to help them cut costs and get closer to profitability is the only course of action. And another little piece of Byju's news here is that they've decided to consolidate all of their different acquired businesses into one. That includes Topper, Merit Nation, Tutor Vista, HashLearn, and Scholar. However, Great Learning and Akash will continue to function separately. All right, next up in the news, the RBI is digitizing the Indian rupee. This is one of the steps that the government of India is taking to make the finance space even more effective than it already is. On Friday, the 7th of October, the RBI shared a concept note and announced that it'll soon conduct a pilot launch for e-rupee. So the idea here is that this is going to be a central bank digital currency, that's CBDC, and can only be used for specific use cases at the time of this pilot. Now, I think the thing that a lot of us are wondering here is, what's the use case for the e-rupee and how is it actually going to work? Well, this currency is going to be used and accepted as a medium of payment, legal tender, and a safe store of value for all citizens, enterprises, and government agencies. It's also going to be freely convertible, so you can actually convert it to cash at any time. Now, how is it actually going to work? Well, the RBI has proposed 2 different models, the direct model and the indirect model. In the direct model, the RBI is going to be managing all aspects of the CBDC system, including issuance, account keeping, and transaction verification. In the indirect model, on the other hand, the RBI and other banks, intermediaries, and approved service providers will play their respective roles. In this model, the RBI will be issuing the e-rupee to consumers indirectly through intermediaries, and this is actually the model that they follow with the current physical currency as well. Now, there's a couple of reasons why the RBI is actually taking this step of setting up the e-rupee. One of them is to help in the reduction of operational costs that are involved in physical cash management. There's also boosting of efficiency in the Indian economy, and also innovation in the payment system at large. Obviously, this is a very new and interesting concept, but let's actually see how it turns out and what results the RBI is able to extract from these pilot tests. All right, next up, let's move into our bird's eye segment now, because at least 9 Indian startups have raised more than $1 million this week, with the total coming in at $96 million. So first up, we have an edtech company in the vernacular test prep space, Ada 24/7, and they've raised 36% of the funds, that's $35 million. Now, Ada 24/7 is a Gurugram-based online vernacular test prep platform that helps students to prepare for a variety of competitive exams. Up next, we have one company in the crypto investment space, Pillow, and they've raised 19% of all the funds, that's $18 million. And Pillow is a Singapore-registered, Bengaluru-headquartered cryptocurrency investment platform where users can invest and save in US dollar-backed stablecoins, as well as in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Up next, we have healthcare startups raising 15% of all the funds, that's $15 million. And the leaders here were Good Health Company, raising $10 million. This is a Bengaluru-based health tech platform that offers to collect, analyze, and provide insights into patient health. And then we also have 5C Networks, raising $4.6 million. And this is a Bengaluru-based diagnostics network that aims to make radio diagnosis more accessible, affordable, and accurate. And then finally, we have one company in the co-living space, Istara, and they've raised 10% of all the funds. That's $10 million. So Istara is a Hyderabad-based startup that offers fully furnished shared living accommodations and a variety of facilities to working professionals and students. All right, next up, just a couple of quick updates for you guys now. First of all, MS Dhoni has invested in a plant-based meat startup. So he's invested an undisclosed amount of equity funding into plant-based meat startup Shakahari. And Shakahari will form a partnership with Dhoni to expand customer reach and also to introduce new product offerings. The startup said that it's currently serving upwards of 30,000 customers across 10 cities on a monthly basis. All right, next up, as you can probably tell, this isn't the normal setting for me to be filming one of these videos in. In fact, this is the first video that we're ever filming in our office here in Bengaluru. And to celebrate that occasion, I want to share with you guys our new Instagram page inside BWM. Take a look. So as you guys can see, there's actually a lot that goes into making these videos behind the scenes that most of you guys don't actually get an opportunity to see. And also members of the Backstage with Millionaires team that some of you guys have never actually met and gotten to know. So that's the point of this Instagram account inside BWM, to give you guys a window into our process, a window into what actually goes on backstage with Millionaires. All right, that is all the startup news that I have for you guys this week. I really hope you enjoyed the video and that you learned a lot from it. Big thanks now to all of our Backstage with Millionaires members, our unicorns, our decacorns, and our hectacorns. And also big thanks to you for watching this video through to the end. And to thank you guys for watching this video through to the end, let me show you guys around our office a little bit. The first time that any of you guys are actually going to get an opportunity to see the space that we've been working out of for the last couple of weeks. Jay, you can take the camera and just show them around. All right, I guess we can wrap it up. Sayonara.